I finally got round to watching Muppet Treasure Island, and I watched this because I'm watching every Disney feature film, but I don't like the Muppets. But I'm always willing to try, and I have to say, it's actually a very good film. I still didn't enjoy it for two key reasons, and I'll talk about those in a moment, but actually, it's a pretty good film. This was released in 1996. It's directed by Brian Henson. The screenplay is by Jerry Jewell, Kirk R. Thatcher, and James V. Hart. Of course, based on Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. And we have a cast including Kevin Bishop, Tim Curry, Billy Connolly, and Jennifer Saunders. And I've never read Treasure Island, and I know I probably should. So I can't say exactly how close it is to Robert Louis Stevenson's story. But from what I can tell, it's not too far removed. Basically, the characters are looking for treasure. There's a little bit more to it, but that's the basic premise. And when I say characters, I do, of course, include the Muppets. We have Kermit and Miss Piggy and Gonzo and various other characters that I recognised and some that I didn't. So I don't know if they're using all of the main Muppets, but certainly we do have some of the key Muppets there. As I said, I'm not a Muppets fan, but I'm always willing to give a Muppets film a try. And unfortunately, I didn't care for this for two reasons. One, I still can't get on board with the Muppets. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's very well done. The characters are very well written. There's a reason why the Muppets are really popular characters. I just cannot enjoy them. Even things like Muppets Christmas Carol. Christmas Carol is one of my all-time favourite stories ever. Even that, I don't really like. I don't know why I have this aversion to the Muppets, but unfortunately it just didn't work for me in this film either. And the other reason I didn't love it is the story. And that's purely down to personal preference. It's just not my kind of narrative. That's not to say I can't enjoy pirate-based and treasure hunting-based stories. There are some films out there where actually they do appeal to me a bit more. But with this one, I just wasn't that engaged in the narrative. But again, there's nothing wrong with it. And actually, I do have some specific things to praise that I did enjoy. The music is very, very good. I really enjoyed the music in this. And we have some musical numbers. I don't have a personal favourite, but they're all very well done. And actually, some of the dialogue's pretty funny. I didn't write down anything specific. There wasn't any one or two specific things that really stood out to me, but just in general, I actually had a little chuckle every now and then. It's not laugh out loud funny for me, but actually, I did think the dialogue was pretty good. So there were things about it that, for me, made it watchable. And I think that means that if you are a fan of the Muppets and you haven't seen this, and if it is your kind of story, then I think you'll really thoroughly enjoy it. I will say I don't love the lighting for a lot of the film. It's very dimly lit, pretty much across the board, which I don't like. Yes, they're trying to make it atmospheric and gritty and suspenseful and dark, and that's okay every now and then. But I feel like the lighting across most of the film was just not very satisfying. So visually, I don't think it's that engaging, but we do have some interesting sets and things. So it's not too bad in that regard, but I can see if somebody were to say they absolutely loved this film, then yeah, I can understand why. I can see a lot of strong points to this. It's just not a personal favourite in terms of the story, and I really don't like the Muppets, and I don't know why. But I will keep trying. I don't think I've seen every Muppet film at this point, so maybe I will watch some more. But for now, I can say that there are a lot of good things about Muppet Treasure Island. If it sounds like it might appeal to you, then I'd say absolutely give it a go. But it definitely, apart from a few small things, isn't one that I loved.